Welcome back to another ZT Global market recap video, where today we're going to be talking about this proposal limiting proof of work that was rejected in this recent EU Parliament vote. It's a very important piece of news. We also will be covering some other news and news sources, more importantly, in the market. And at the end of the video, we will do a price analysis of Bitcoin itself, where right here you can see there is nothing on the chart, but I will show you at the end of the video how I plot my trend lines and how I do my technicals. Now, before getting into it, make sure to head on over to ZT Global and check out all of the top gainers and the newest added coins, because the team is always working hard to find the best picks out there. Now let's get straight into it. So first and foremost, we see a proposal that could have banned proof of work and shifted cryptocurrencies to move to a more sustainable way of business. This is a logical step, but it's a little bit too early, because a complete and outright ban of all of this stuff by the EU would result in a terrible storm of hatred from crypto enthusiasts and a lot of other things amongst it. And especially with the situation going on right now in the East, it's not a smart move, right? Which is why it was met with a lot of hesitation, and a lot of people said no. So essentially it's not going to be happening. Now, at this point, we do have a shift of consensus mechanisms from the classic proof of work, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum's layer 1, to proof of stake, which is a more efficient method and a more by efficient I mean a more sustainable method. And yeah, definitely something that is going to be better for the long term. But there are plans currently to move Ethereum to a proof of stake consensus. However, we're not clear whether this can be done for Bitcoin. So this is something that we will need to keep in mind for the future. Sustainability is a very important aspect, as everything is shifting towards conservation of resources, scarcity, and it is a very important aspect of today's world. So I wouldn't mind, or I wouldn't be surprised if I've seen if I see in the future Bitcoin and Ethereum both shifting to proof of stake in some way or another. Now, moving on with the recap, one of the most important aspects that I like to look at is the global market cap of cryptocurrencies. We can see this using this chart right here, and obviously if you zoom into the past year or two, you can see that the market cap reached somewhat of a peak, right, at the $2.5 trillion level back in May of 2021, and then made an even higher peak, or this is a true peak right here at almost $3 trillion, and then just went down. But currently we seem to be slowing down in this bearish momentum and creating somewhat of a support down here, potentially ready to move towards more upside. Now, which coin is going to be the first to move up? Well, it's probably going to be Bitcoin, because it does have the largest market cap, and whether you like it or not, it still does have a huge impact on the market. There's something called the Bitcoin dominance, which is what percentage Bitcoin's market cap is of the total market cap, and you can check that out by pressing this link right here. I'm going to leave that to you. Now, if you have any questions so far, make sure to leave them down in the comments below, and if you are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But I think we should move on right now to a few sources of news that I wanted to share with you guys, and then after that to the technical analysis. So first and foremost, next to CoinDesk that we already saw before, we have Cointelegraph. This is one of the most important sources. I'm not going to say it's completely reputable. There is some, worthless news on the website, but you can find worthless news anywhere. And this is just one of the websites where it really is worth having a look at, right? Because as you can see right here, you can have some nice articles about crypto versus physical stuff, talking about inflation. There is environmental sustainability talk. It's a very nice crypto website, and it's one of the largest ones out there. Now, you also have bitcoin.com with their news segment. You can also buy and sell Bitcoin, but essentially also a lot of different stuff about the crypto market, which I do advise you to take a look at, at least once every day. Now, lastly, for today's video, it's not a market recap before, we do a recap of the market. So what do I see right here in the price of Bitcoin? First and foremost, what I see is a zone of significant support. How do I know that this is a support zone and how significant it is? Well, it's very simple. You can see that the price is bouncing from it multiple times towards the upside. That means that there is buyers coming in every time we reach this level right here, and they're stronger than sellers, which means the price is being pushed upwards. Now, why is this significant? Well, it shows us that there is a support at that level, and whenever price reaches that level, we should expect a reaction. Now, let me ask you a question. If price comes down and breaks from this area and then makes a retracement, what do you think is going to happen? Well, it's very likely that this zone of support will now act as a zone of resistance and offer good selling opportunities towards more downside. Now, this is one of the scenarios that I can potentially see for Bitcoin moving down into the 20K mark after potentially breaking out of this zone of support. Now, why do I think this? Well, it's very simple. We do have the next zone of support around the 20K mark right about here. How do I know that? Well, it is a psychologically significant level, and it is the area of a previous all-time high from back in December 2017. Now, that's a very, bearish scenario, and I don't like to be only bearish. I don't like to, try to predict the market. I want to react to what the market is giving us. And the market currently is giving us a very strong zone of support and resistance at the 45K level. As you can see right here, we have multiple bounces from this area, this one from the top, this one from the bottom, another one from the bottom. So it is a very significant zone of resistance. Now, if we want price to continue moving bullish from this point onwards, I would expect, and I would like to see, a break of this area, a retracement, and then a little consolidation here, offering good buy side opportunities into the previous all-time high level as a target. So right about here. Why? It's very simple. Same as we have a support down here, we do have a nice zone of resistance up on the top. So this is sort of a channel that the price is in, and it's currently consolidating at the bottom. So those are the two scenarios that I can see for Bitcoin. On the lower time frames, it's not very worth trading because it is very choppy and it's a lot of influence, from the current market events going on in the world, supply shortages, nickel price going up, gold being absolutely crazy, and we're on brink of war. So yeah, it's definitely something that you should be very careful of. But yeah, these are the two scenarios that I could see for Bitcoin. Ethereum is a very similar story, but I can see Ethereum currently slowly breaking down towards the bottom side of this level of support. But we still do have a very significant support level at this double bottom right here. So I do expect that even if we do move downwards, we do find a support around this area and make a bounce towards the upside, at least in the short term. Now that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out CoinMarketCap if you want to find out the best coins out there. Obviously, scroll a little bit down. The more you scroll down, the more potential gains you can make. Now, lastly, I'm not a financial advisor, and anything you do invest into crypto, blockchain, or NFT projects is on your own liability, and you should do your own due diligence. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.